guess what? You climbed the mountain, you made it to the top, and now we're headed for the finish line on week 6, Rising Stars. You guys are going to be stars. You are halfway done with this class. I am so excited. I'm so excited for those of you who are super close, and I'm so excited for those of you who are finally catching the momentum. Keep up, keep going, don't give up. This is the best time ever to become a star consultant. You can do it. Massive action brings massive results, which leads to massive success. Each and every one of you are capable and deserve it. So let's go. All right, so chapter 6 is about power presenting. So I've got all kinds of notes. I've got all kinds of highlights. I've got notes at the top. I've got my highlights. This chapter is just loaded. I love all of the information in here. So you're going to read it. You're going to memorize it. I will tell you it's loaded. It's complicated a little bit. It's a little overwhelming. I read it once. I went back. I highlighted all the things that I thought were most important, and then I went back and read again. So that's what I would suggest that you do. Absorb it. It's about telling your story. It's so important. It's about prospecting. It's about meeting new people. You know, the biggest question you have to continue to ask yourself throughout your Scentsy journey, one of the first things I ask myself on the first of every month is, where am I going to meet people this month? Where are they going to come from? Because when I think I know everybody, who am I going to talk to about joining my Scentsy team? Who is next? So I have to sit down and rewrite my list of 100, 2008, all the way up till today. I still do it. You guys have to stay consistent. You can work this business part-time, but you can't work sometimes. You've got to consistently work your business. Don't disappear. That's the worst thing you can do for your business. All right, so we're going to work on your story. You're going to work on creating your story and perfecting your story. Your story is going to change. My story today is so different than it was when I first joined. It's different than it was when both of my kids were in elementary school, when they were in middle school, in high school, in college. Like, it just continues to grow and evolve and change and develop and become better and become more exciting. So, for example, I will tell you guys, when I first started Scentsy, I used to always tell the story about how, my husband had been ill and we really needed some money and blah, 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 blah. I was working full time. I was working another job on the weekends. We were super busy, okay? And yes, a lot of people would join based on that story, but I'll tell you guys what the best thing that I tell people that really inspires them to want to join my Scentsy team is, it's so fun. Like, I still talk about it as if my kids are even on a school bus anymore. But it was actually the day that I realized that I had accomplished one of my biggest dreams without even knowing that it was a dream. It just, like, the light bulb went off. So I was a dental hygienist, worked about 30 minutes away from my house. I had to leave at a certain time and I could be there at a certain time, or I had a patient waiting for me. And one of the things that would get into my way all the time was the school bus. If I missed it by like 30 seconds or 20 seconds, I'd get behind a school bus and it would make me late to work. So I hated school buses. They just, that noise, that smell, like, it was awful. It was in front of me. It was holding me back. My anxiety was high, right? And that was my only experience with the school bus. Well, once I had spent more time at home, at one point in my Scentsy journey, I had cut way back to 1 day a week, working 1 day a week. And I realized one day as I watched my kids step onto the school bus that I no longer hated school buses. I actually loved them. Like, that noise of that squeaky old thing coming down the road meant I had accomplished a lot. I was a mom that got to see my kids get on a school bus. That was huge for me. So that is a story that I share a lot. Like, I never dreamt that I could be that mom that saw my kids get on a school bus and get off of a school bus. So think about, that's a very different story than my original story was. And that is depending on who I'm talking to. I mean, I might not talk to a 20-year-old about that being my story. So your story has to evolve. You have to know your audience. You have to know who you're talking to and practice. The reason I can share my story with the right story with the right person is because I've practiced it so many times, because I've said it wrong so many times. I've said dumb things so many times. But now I automatically, when I'm talking to a mom with kids in elementary school, my story about my school bus automatically comes up. Or if I'm talking to 20-year-olds, I talk about the opportunity and how they're so much more advanced than I am, and that social media, they have such a niche that they could own the market basically for their age group. Like, it just depends on what I'm going to talk about. All right, so let's talk about your assignments for this week. You are going to create your story. So again, this won't be your story for life. This will be your current story. You're going to videotape it. It is only going to be 2 to 5 minutes. That's hard. That's really, really hard. I understand. I know it, but nobody's going to listen to your 30-minute story unless you are really captivating. So 2 to 5 minutes, you're going to make your story, and you're going to tell us why you're doing Scentsy, what it means to you. Then you're going to take that story and you're going to post it on our page, which really isn't that scary, is it? Then you're going to post it on your team page, which really isn't that scary, right? But the scary thing is you're going to post it on Facebook, and you're going to tell the world what your story is with Scentsy, why you are doing what you're doing, why you're working so hard, what changes you're trying to make for your family, what it has done. Like, do you understand? So I know it's scary, I know it's hard, but you're going to record it, you're going to post it in those 3 places. Assignment number 2, you are going to ask 10 people for a referral. Actually, you know what? Let's scratch that, forget it, because I've changed the assignment. I actually am going to do something different at the end. Okay. Forget that one. Assignment number 2 is you are going to create a dream team notebook. And of course, I left mine. It's buried in, I just cleaned, anyway, it's buried. So all you're going to do is you're going to take a notebook, and you are going to call it your dream team notebook. I should go grab mine. Sorry, let me grab it. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. Okay, so this is my real dream team notebook. So I created this. I don't love it, so I'm not going to, don't even worry about it. It's not the way I would do it. Honestly, my dream is to have an address book in alphabetical order with tabs so that I could keep people organized by name, because it would be much easier to find them. But instead, I have it by date. So this is what it looks like. Every time I have a conversation with someone, their name goes on my book, and I make notes. So, I mean, I've got like this person, Kristen Marie, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times I've talked to her about Scentsy. And she's just said, not now. And we all know that no means not now. It doesn't mean never, it means not now. Unless they say never contact me again. I'm just super nice. Hey, I don't want to be a pest. Just wanted to check in, see how you're doing, see if you thought any more about Scentsy, blah, 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 blah. Okay? When they join my team, I highlight them in pink. So that just goes to show you, of all of these conversations, 3 people have joined. Same thing here. Of all these conversations, 2 people have joined. Of all these conversations, only 3 people have joined. But I don't stop. I continue to contact them year after year after year. So just get yourself a small notebook. Keep it forever. So you're going to have contacts back to 2020. So in 2030, we might talk about it again, and you'll be able to go back to the early 2020s and look and see where you started, and still contacting people, if that made any sense. So you're going to create your dream team I call it my dream team, master prospect list, my dream team, my master prospect list, my recruiting notebook, whatever you want to call it. That was the second thing. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to have, as Sarah Robbins called it on page 67, lifestyle prospecting approach. So you're going to have 5 lifestyle prospecting approach conversations. Does that make any sense? So once you read it, you'll understand what it is. So basically, there's Caroline. So basically, let me tell you a little story. So I was once in a bathroom. I was at an event. I was in the bathroom, and I saw somebody going to the bathroom right next to me. I saw her shoes, and I said, "I love your shoes." And we came out of the stall, and she didn't really respond. We came out of the stall. We were washing our hands together, and I said, "I love your shoes." And she goes, "Oh, you were talking to me." And I was like, "Yes, I just love those shoes." I hadn't seen anything else about, anything. I hadn't seen her face, I hadn't seen anything, but I truly did love her shoes. And so we came out, we started washing our hands. And I wish I could remember what the number is, but anyway, that compliment that I gave her led to a, okay, ready? $30,000 order. I got a $30,000 order of wax and warmers because of her job. So she was just somebody visiting the event. I was working at the event. We just happened to be going to the bathroom at the same time. And because I complimented her, she was there at that event to find ideas for gifts for this huge thing that she was in charge of. So I got a $30,000 order. So that just goes to show you. So that is a tip that is not even part of this, that one of the things that I always try to do when I meet somebody at, say, an event, I try to compliment them. I find one thing that I really like about them and I compliment them. And I will tell you that twice I've gotten something pretty big from people's shoes, just telling them how much I like their shoes. So you are going to have 5 conversations. You're just going to start it with a compliment about somebody. Follow what she's saying. Try it 5 times. Maybe have a sample pack with you to give to them. Maybe give them, a sample of wax. Hey, have you heard of Scentsy? Here, have a little sample. Great meeting you. Here's a sample with, of course, your information on it. So that's assignment number 3. Assignment number 4 is you are going to, so part of being a good leader is knowing how to do a little bit of everything. You don't have to be an expert at anything, but you need to try everything so that you can share your wins and your losses. So you are going to book 3 things. So you're either going to do a home party or an online party. You're going to book it specifically for this training. You're going to share with your team. Okay, guys, I haven't actually done an online party yet. Here I go. I'm going to share you what went right, what went wrong. The second thing you're going to do is a basket party. So you're going to find somebody out there who is willing to take your basket, smell the testers, share it with people they know. Maybe it's a hair salon, maybe it's wherever. Give it to a friend who works in an office, however you want to do it. In a school, I just dropped a basket party off yesterday in a school. This can, people are still smelling testers, believe it or not. Okay, number 3 is you are going to attempt to get either a fundraiser or an event. You do what you can. Even if, so fundraisers, just so you guys know, I do big fundraisers and I do small fundraisers. I did a fundraiser for a girl who was in the FBLA in high school, and she had to do some type of a fundraiser for her class. I did it. She earned free Scentsy. So we gave her the free Scentsy. And then I donated my portion of my commission, to her club. I've done fundraisers for kids who want to go overseas. I've done for like a hockey tournament or something like that. I've done a fundraiser for just about anything you can possibly do a fundraiser for, or try to get into an event. It might be difficult, but at least attempt to get one of them. So one of those 3 things, either online or home party, yes, a basket party, and the third one is a fundraiser or an event. So those 3 things. Your 5th and final assignment is you're going to do a booking blitz. So I am going to post, right after this video, I'm going to post how to do a booking blitz, how you get points, just for fun. It's just for fun, but it's kind of fun to do it together with other people as well. So I'm asking your mentors if either of them would be available or be free to host a booking blitz for you. If not, it's not a big deal. You can do it on your own. We'll figure it out, but you're going to do a booking blitz. Okay, so those are your 5 assignments. So just a real quick review. You're going to create your video, your story on video, 2 to 5 minutes, no longer than that. The shorter the better. That's about the average attention span is less than 2 minutes. You're going to post it in the 3 places that I mentioned, on our page, on your team page, and on Facebook. You're going to create your dream team master prospecting, recruiting notebook, whatever. You're going to have a notebook. You're going to carry it around with you forever and ever and ever. Number 3 is you're going to have 5 lifestyle prospecting conversations that Sarah Robbins talks about in our chapter 6. You're also going to read chapter 6. And number 4 is you're going to book 3 event/parties that we talked about. And number 5 is you're going to participate in the booking blitz. Okay, so that's enough. Good luck. You guys are going to have another fantastic week. You are probably close to star by now if you continue to do all these things. Just because I stopped talking about something like your list of 100 doesn't mean you stop doing it. Continue to update and create and make better your list of 100. All right? So have a fantastic day, and thanks for hanging out with me.